Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Monroe and I'm the Sales Manager for Pentland Medical. I hope you're all enjoying the BACCN virtual conference so far. It's been a challenging year for everyone and on behalf of Pentland Medical I'd like to extend our gratitude to all of you working on the front line. We are proud to be sponsoring the BACCN for the third year consecutively, albeit in slightly different circumstances than we're used to. Pentland Medical have recently taken on a number of new products applicable in the critical care environment, so I'm just going to use this slot to tell you about three of them. The three products we have are the Furine external fecal catheter, the ViriMask face mask and the Monidrop IV fluid monitor. So the first product I'm going to talk about is the Furine external fecal catheter. Furine is the first external non-invasive catheter designed for oozing stools. It uses a silicone-based technology which is very gentle on the patient's perianal skin and comfortable for the conscious patient. I'm going to show you a video very shortly which talks through the product in detail, but just to give you a little bit of background, we launched the Furine product just in May this year. And already we have several trial sites in the UK who've given us really good feedback on the usability and also the price in comparison to invasive catheters out there. So yeah, the problem with the invasive catheter is it can be very uncomfortable for the conscious patient and it's also very costly. There are other solutions on the market, but they're not, the feedback on them tends to not be too good, and there are problems such as blockages in the catheter. So the Furine, as I say, is the first external fecal catheter designed specifically for this purpose. So the following video will give a detailed description of the product range.
Furine's external fecal catheter is a non-invasive catheter designed to manage fecal oozing. An external fecal catheter consists of 4 different elements: a medical skin wipe, adhesive barrier film, a catheter, and a fecal collection bag. The medical skin wipe is a skin-friendly alcohol and perfume-free cleansing wipe which is used to prepare the skin before application of the catheter by removing excess oils and fat from the skin. It is also used after ended use of the catheter because it effectively dissolves and gently removes adhesive from the skin. The adhesive barrier film is a skin-friendly, silicone-based liquid that creates a barrier film on the skin. It supports the ability of the external fecal catheter to have a strong bond to the skin. It also protects the skin and helps keep the skin intact during use of the external fecal catheter. The external fecal catheter consists of an adhesive silicone flange, which is the part that is applied to the perianal skin. It is positioned on an applicator which ensures a good firm grip during application of the catheter. It has a 1.5 meter silicone tube and a bed hanger, which also functions as the connection to the fecal collection bag. The fecal collection bag, which can contain 1,000 milliliters of fluid, is made of a strong, non-transparent material with an integrated window for observation and for measuring the contents of the bag. It is equipped with a charcoal filter, which effectively reduces odor and which also ensures the escape of air from the bag during use. The fecal collection bag also has a lid, which makes it easy to discard the bag after ended use in a hygienic manner. The bed hanger has a secure locking mechanism, which secures the bag to the bed. It also has 2 arms or grips that secures the bag to the bed hanger and eliminates the risk of the bag falling off. Here is an animated illustration of how to use the product. The external fecal catheter may be applied on intact, clean and dry perianal skin. Before applying the external fecal catheter, the perianal skin is prepared with a medical skin wipe. The adhesive barrier film is then applied. The swab stick is soaked in the liquid and applied in a thin layer around anus. Let it dry for 60 seconds. This will leave an adhesive protective film on the skin. The catheter is now applied. Hold on to the applicator and the 2 silicone strips and remove the non-touch film. Position the catheter using the applicator and press the flange onto the skin, making sure that there is a good grip at crania ani and at perineum. Ensure that the flange has full contact with the adhesive barrier film. Press the flange firmly onto the skin. Remove the applicator and again press in the whole circumference of the flange to ensure a firm grip to the perianal skin. Finally, the collection bag is fastened to the bed hanger on the distal end of the catheter. The inlet of the bag is connected to the outlet of the catheter, and both hooks are secured in the holes of the bag. The bag can now be attached to the bedside using the secure locking mechanism. The bag is changed daily, and the whole catheter system should be changed after a maximum of 5 days. When removing the catheter, take hold of the silicone strip and, while pulling gently, wipe with 2 to 3 medical skin wipes in order to dissolve the adhesive. Thank you for listening.
So the next product I'm going to talk about is the ViriMask face mask. I'm sure you're all aware of the N95 mask and face visor combination, which is commonly used by frontline healthcare workers. The issue with these is that they only protect against 95% particles down to 0.3 micron, which means that in some cases that the coronavirus, which is smaller than this, can sometimes penetrate the mask. The ViriMask has an integrated eye protection, which obviously the N95 mask does not, so it creates a seal all the way around the eyes, the nose and the mouth. The mask itself has a reusable frame made from fully recyclable material, and that mask is actually designed to last each user for a lifetime. It also uses replaceable HEPA 14 filters, which will last for 60 hours of use over multiple wears, and these will protect 99.9% particles down to 0.1 micron. So it gives you the best level of protection you can possibly have when you're working on the front line. So I'm going to show you a quick video now which compares the leakages of the ViriMask compared to the N95 mask. Some of the other key features of the ViriMask, which is, as you can see, I'm now wearing, and hopefully you can still hear my speech very clearly, because this is one of the main benefits of the ViriMask in comparison to other masks, which can occasionally muffle the speech of the users. And this is obviously a bit of a problem in high pressure environments such as critical care or operating theatres. Another key feature of the mask is the breathability. The large filter you can see here, whilst it might not be the most aesthetically pleasing, it does allow for very good ventilation, very good breathability, and as I said, very good speech clarity. So just to finish up on this section, we are running a webinar on the 23rd of September where we will be joined by the inventor of the ViriMask, Professor Noam Gabrieli. I would encourage you to come and engage with us on the Pentland Medical virtual booth where we can give you registration details for the webinar and also any other information that you might need. So the final product I'm going to talk to you about in this session is the Monidrop IV fluid monitor. Monidrop, which is behind me here, is a device that clips onto the drip chamber of any gravity IV set. And from there it will register the drops falling down the drip chamber. And once it has these drops registered, it can calculate the speed at which they're falling and also the total volume of fluids infused. When the severity of the COVID-19 pandemic became apparent, hospitals were forced to review their inventory of key equipment such as volumetric pumps. Pumps were already in short supply before the pandemic, but it was largely ignored until the situation became so serious. The purpose of Monidrop is not necessarily to replace volumetric pumps, but it can give nurses the confidence to administer IV fluids with a gravity line and therefore free up pumps and keep them for areas for which they're most critical. We did manage to get a lot of customers using the Monidrops during the COVID-19 pandemic. We've been marketing the product since about 2018, but it's always slow getting products through the NHS systems. But now we have about 5 reference sites using Monidrop in the UK, including many references in the critical care realm. Another feature of the Monidrop is that it's designed to work with a remote monitoring software platform called ViriScreen. When the Monidrop is linked up to this software platform, you can remotely monitor all infusions in a ward or department from a central computer or tablet or mobile device. So I'm just going to show you this quick video now, which gives a better overview of the system and shows you some of the key advantages of Monidrop.
Remote monitoring for infusion therapy improves patient care management. The Monidrop solution consists of the Monidrop device that assists the user to adjust the required infusion rate with the roller clamp, and the ViriScreen remote monitoring software application, which displays the status of infusions for every Monidrop device in use. To use the system, switch on the device by pressing the power button. Attach the Monidrop device to the drip chamber. Adjust the required infusion rate with the roller clamp. The device displays the accurate flow rate. The Monidrop displays the total volume infused and the total treatment duration. The Monidrop device doesn't adjust the infusion rate. Fluctuations in the infusion rate are normal if the patient moves. The audible occlusion notification can be turned on by pressing the notification button. When the Monidrop is switched on, the device data appears automatically to the remote monitoring IV screen. Each device has a unique ID number, which helps to identify the device on the IV screen. On the IV screen, each device can be assigned to a room location and to a patient's bed number. There is an option to set the target values for the fluid volume to be infused and the treatment duration. Monidrop has a rechargeable battery, and this can also be used at the time of charging. Switch off the device by pressing the power button for 3 seconds. Clean the device, for example, with a disinfectant wipe. Monidrop can be used to administer maintenance fluids, antibiotics and medications, blood products, and nutritional solutions. Monidrop fits most gravity administration sets.
So thanks for listening to my presentation on Pentland Medical solutions. I would encourage you to engage with us on the Pentland Medical virtual booth if there is any interest. We're happy to answer your questions and provide any additional information. Thanks for listening.